think we are pretty well set to go. And I'm gonna get Majo. Are you just gonna watch the stream and then turn off the volume there, or do you want to actually get in the room?
Um, I will get. So if I get in the room, I'll be commenting with you, right? Should
That
I
is
do that,
true.
or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you'll be commenting anyway, but
Well,
I'm
we'll be out of sync. I'll have to be in the room with you.
yeah. You just won't be able to see
That's
the
okay.
hands unless you have the stream on another window.
Yeah, I'll just pop in with you for a little bit. That's okay. I'll just sort of hang out with you. What's the password?
It's just ARH.
Still ARH. Okay. Who are we watching here?
We are watching Algeroth / Pavel Kaka / Cock whatever.
Oh, and Beacon. Okay.
And versus Beaconfire, and we have a Mando sniper versus the special brew that I came up with for the weekend that we thought about it a lot last night, and I did terrible with it. But it just kept winning last night. And
Yeah.
then
Are we live, by the way?
yeah, we are totally live. We are totally live.
Excellent. So that's interesting because yeah, I did see you playing this last night. It looks like Beacon's playing this today. And Mufista was also playing this
Yep.
today.
Yep.
I faced this deck twice today.
Yeah, well,
Once I beat it and once I lost.
and I presume you lost to Beacon, right?
I lost to Mephisto
Oh,
and
okay, and beat me.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, and it was doing so well last night, and it just did not perform all that well today for me. And I did really, really poorly. But I think it turns out it's a high variance deck, but it has a lot of really interesting capacities to it. And then we have Mando Sniper on the other side of the table, so
Yeah. To me, it feels like a deck that it almost is it's prone to error because there's so many things to do, so many sequencing, decisions you have to make. Like you have to be super patient.
You absolutely do, and I mean as we say in the business, like it's extremely dirtily. Whoops, that is not what I wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up, Brando?
What's up, it is I think everyone's covered.
All right, here we go. So I got my views set up so we can do this now. We had a massive roll on the rollout, and it looks like that he's taking the job as Palace, which is not really a surprise. He loves that, and we'll see what we get. So we've got a couple of different views set up if we want to go to see the dice really close. I've got that set up. We got the zoom out, and then we can see the hands very easily. So on his side of the table, he's got a kind of a weak hand, no weapons. He does have an armory and some stuff to get him his resources, but not great otherwise for him. He rolls out the sniper, gets a discard. We have an Iden roll out early, which is typical for this sort of deck, and it wouldn't be surprised to see him Lothcat this away with what he's got. But he decides instead that he's going to do the discard, which actually I don't think really. I mean, that's fine. What Beacon has in his hand though is he's got a danger close, so he's not worried about that at all. He's going to flat out pull the Razor Crest, which is exactly what he should be doing. And yep, that's pretty great. So yeah, minimizing the efficacy of that Rebel Sniper there. He even discarded the Lothcat, which he could have just gotten rid of the Iden die, which he's going to realize why that's bad for him to leave that out shortly. Yeah, Beacon's like, oh yay, I keep rolling twos. Yes, you do, you jerk. Yeah. If I were rolling twos just left and right, I might have actually won some games. But
in my case, specials.
Yeah.
So Norm, where did you put the stream link? We got to get this out there.
I've got it up in the general, and I get it up in content creators.
Perfect.
And we could always put an Ed Everyone on it. I don't know if I don't know if I will engender love for that.
Come watch us.
Come watch us. Actually, nobody's even in here yet, so maybe we should actually start.
Yeah, I'm gonna start marketing it here a little bit.
Yeah, go for it. So we did get what happened there. He pulled the overkill. Yeah. All right. So mercy. He gets no Mando damage to remove and grab. What is he doing? Yeah, just throw it away. It's okay, guys. Doesn't matter. All right. But we'll see what happens. Put that over there. All right. So he goes ahead and does what he should be doing here, which one of the little tricks is that while Aiden's out, your piloted vehicle dice get a +1. Algeroth is realizing that that's what's going on, and is realizing now why throwing away the Loth Cat and Mouse was a bad idea. But the trick on Tora is that by activating her, you use the ability that her piloted vehicle dice. It's kind of like having a fast hands for a vehicle on her if you played back in the age of Spirit of Rebellion. So he rolled a 2 damage, which he immediately resolves as 3, and so got some damage out on. And then he goes ahead and resolves a 2 indirect there, and he's feeling pretty good about that. I mean this is a pretty darn good turnover. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic for Mr. Beaconfire over here. The big advantage of this style of deck, even though it is a 3-dice start, is that it has a massive health pool and ways of generating shields on top of that, plus extra value, which is why it seems so appealing. That is a fantastic roll, but the best defense comes in and knocks out 5 damage, 7 damage, really, because he's not going to be able to get anything out of that modifier, and which is just about as good as you could have possibly asked. For a first
that was
turn.
a really good round for Beacon.
That is almost as good. That's almost the best he could have possibly imagined for that. And that's what this deck can do, though. It's really interesting, kind of the way it can sort of maneuver around your opponent's stuff and force them into sort of compromising situations. And,
can we comment on this overkill? I have not seen a Rebel Sniper Mando deck running overkill.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
that's true. I have not.
It is a bit unique, but with all the range sides, he's got 33, good range sides all over the place. So it's not totally uncalled for, right? I mean, it's not bad.
It's nice to see somebody, spicing things up a little bit, putting their own spin on it.
So in Beacon's hand, he has no vehicles, which is a little problematic, but he does have another danger close, which he should be feeling good for. He's probably going to grab that ATTE back, either that or maybe go for the Wedge's X-Wing. I think that's the other one in there, right? And then on the other side here, maybe I will not have that. I'm not gonna have it do that anymore. We can read upside down, right? I don't know.
We can read upside down.
Yeah. Well, so he has the West Star, and he's going ahead and playing that. He feels that's pretty good for him, especially since he has the battlefield, of course. Iden comes out. Now he's got a negotiate in his hand, which he'd be happy to use all over the place here, but he's got to get a die out first, and he won't be able to probably do this in such a way that and because the Iden didn't roll damage, he's not going to even overwrite like for the Han Blaster. Now, unfortunately, I think that I imagine that Beacon is not. Oh, he is thinking ahead. So I was going to say if he's thinking really ahead here, he needs to go ahead and see if he can't get something out of this die. And I think if he's smart, he's probably just going to go ahead and take that 2 shields. He's not though. So well, that's all right.
I don't think he's ever taken the 2 shields.
I mean, 2 shields isn't bad though. Off of relatively speaking, in the situation that he's in, the more health that he has, the better off he's going to be in the long run. I mean, he needs to get his vehicles out. He has to outlast. Yeah, I mean, he always takes it if it's resource. He always takes it if it's damage, for sure. But yeah, he's going to get busted here. He's oh man, what's he going to do? He probably he removes. No, he doesn't have to do that. Oh man. Okay. Well. That's his choice. I guess he really just wanted the resource. He would be able to. Now another cute trick here that's interesting. You see that ATTE on top of over here. Now note that the ATTE has a power action resolving this die. You resolve this die re-rolling it instead of removing it. That's pretty sick, of course, and that's really really good in the piloting deck with Iden. So yeah.
Oh, it's a vehicle. Wow, it is a vehicle.
So if you pilot it, then with Iden, you can like do 6 damage off of 3 cost. It's bonkers.
Yeah, so that was one of the more late additions that we made to the deck. It also has an additional efficacy against wide decks entirely because of the special. It's kind of like a mini Duchess.
Oh, were you running this, Norman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Norman played this in the tournament today.
Yeah.
So Norman, tell us how you guys approach decks, because it sounds like you concocted this.
Oh yeah.
Mephisto and Beacon iterated on it.
Well,
and y'all just
we were playing it last night, and I kept on making little bitty improvements, and it just didn't lose. And we kept on throwing stuff against it, and it just didn't lose. And we were like, well, is this really that good? It can't be that good, can it? And but he headstrongs here, and that was excellent play overall. That prevents about 7 damage out of that. He's feeling good. He's thinking, yeah, okay, so I think I see what how he was thinking ahead here. He wanted the resource so that he could ensure he could play Headstrong and get another vehicle out. He's going to go for that Wedge's X-Wing with the danger close, almost assuredly. He wants to start generating the extra shields on Wedge as fast as he can. So he's going to probably do that 3 damage to Wedge right now. Yeah, not as good of a turn just natively for him, but it worked. It's going to work out okay. The approach to the deck, though, Majo, was that when I saw Iden, I really wanted to see how you could go wide with her and try to get a bunch of pilots with ace pilots. And then it occurred to me, it's like, oh, this is interesting. We might be able to actually get us a deck that is dual color, but we're only going to be able to have 3 dice with it. And that's unfortunate, but okay, can we be all right with that? I really wanted to play Rebel Smuggler at first, and that's... and maybe that could be right for the ramp's sake, but I don't know. It's this was what we settled upon. We liked it a lot, and I mean the approach was pretty simple. I mean we want to focus on the Rebel supply or the Separatist supply ship and the Danger Close as our ramp pieces.
Mm-hmm.
We want to eject. We want to play a double eject. And things that'll enable us to take advantage of generating shields and dealing with stuff like that.
33 health wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So hold on. Why did he just hasty exit a 1 indirect?
I don't know.
What am I missing here? Interesting.
I guess he really didn't want to take 1 damage.
Yeah. If he felt like he was going to be discarding it anyway. I don't know. The odd part about that is that just said, like, that told Beacon, oh, cool, I'll just go ahead and claim here.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see.
So when I played Mephisto earlier, he was, like I said, he was playing this deck, and he, in the end, ended up making Wedge's X-Wing elite.
Yep.
What do you like to make elite?
Razor Crest or X-Wing. Although frankly, I've only made anything elite like twice, and one was a Falcon. Mainly because I was playing against a mill deck and I tore it in the Falcon and it rolled a 2. It rolled a 2 resource. Iden's die was in the pool, so I got 3 resources out of it. Had like 7 resources the next round. So I was like, cool, sure, yeah, I'll play a elite Falcon, no problem. But Razor Crest is really where you want to be with it. Probably either that or X-Wing. Wedge's X-Wing. For sure.
The high damage and focus sides?
Yep. Yeah, so... unfortunate for him here to roll blank on our friendly Razor Crest here. In Beacon's hand, he's got a flank by Wingman that he'll use probably with Wedge here in a moment. He's got a crash landing to power the tribe and an eject. So but he's not seeing the vehicles like he really wants to. He's not really set up for the ramp yet. On the other side, he does have a hasty exit that's dead. The Hans Blaster is really where he's probably wanting to emphasize his turn. He's got, I think, a Strike a Deal. Removing a die showing a value of 1 or more, then each opponent gains resources equal to half that die's value rounded up. That is pretty wild. It's a new card. And then another Vibra Sword. All right, so he's going to go ahead and get rid of Iden's die this way. And that'll basically just generate a resource. Yep, you get a resource, Beacon. Yes, you do. Up, so here he goes. He's going to make that Wedge's X-Wing elite, which I was wondering if he might consider doing that because of course he didn't have the Separatist supply ship or anything to kind of go keep grabbing his other stuff from his lost pile. And it's pretty wild to have, when this deck gets rolling, like you can, I had a game today against Mill where I had 11 supports on the table at the end and somehow still lost. But nonetheless, that just shows that even against Mill, it can get a third of its deck on the table with those Separatist supply ships and danger closes.
Yeah, I think when me and Beaconfire fought, he had like 5 or 6 supports out.
Yeah, if the opposing player can't stop the Separatist supply ship, then
that's
essentially
really the nice part.
Oh yeah, it's so good. There's just.
Oh, you discarded my support. I'll play it for one less.
Play it for one less. I was gonna use it to reroll anyway. Yeah. Yeah, and it does pose some sequencing issues though.
Why does he take the 2 disrupt? What does he have in mind getting rid of that 2 disrupt?
Yeah.
Well, probably because he has a crash landing that he can deal with the Vibrasword die. And he wants to, force him to reroll. Yep. So here we go. This is going to be fun. Watch him roll double blanks on that Wedge's X-Wing and smash a frickin' whatever. There's one. There's one blank. Yep. Goes on the West Star. Get wrecked. Oh, he did. He discards the Hans Blast, right? That's a brave move. Oh, man, what a terrible roll he's got. And he's got nothing left. He's getting no value out of this turn.
Oh, it's rough.
Go. I am distinctly biased toward Beacon in this matchup, and it should be obvious.
Yeah,
it's my freaking deck.
It is very obvious.
But yeah, I'm trying. I was a little frustrated through this tournament, but you know what? It's a high variance deck, and the fact that Beacon's doing so well with it makes me happy.
Yeah, and the thing
I hope he goes all the way. I really do.
Oh, this is it's a work of art.
You know what helped me, I think, Norman, in our against you in our match earlier today?
Yep.
Is I saw you guys playing it last night.
Yeah.
And so I knew I just had to be patient. Because I was playing a 2-wide upgrade deck basically.
Yeah.
And normally I get very impatient when I play against a deck like this, and I just had to be very slow and
you were very, very methodical. It was really impressive. I was impressed because I thought I had the upper hand on you for a little bit, but it ultimately came out in your favor.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah, Mephisto ran Bad Batch in his version, and it did some work against me.
So it's really interesting to consider if Bad Batch is right for this deck, because Separatist Supply Ship can bring it out, and that's the only reason why I like it in the deck. Because if I can play it for 3, that feels like amazing. But I'm just not ultimately I don't know. It doesn't totally feel right for me. Now, this is okay. Now you're seeing something really interesting that Beacon shows that I am not sure if I like it or not. So late last night, we thought, you know what? The TIE Striker is a really interesting and solid card for this deck, and so he's got 2 of them in his hand right now. Though I think it should be a 1 of. He thinks it should be a 2 of. Well, he went 5-1 with it, so I guess he's right.
Did he go 5-1?
Yeah, he did.
Was that his only loss?
Yep.
Who?
Nice.
Which Mephisto?
No, Beacon.
Oh, Beacon, sorry.
So we see a reroll here. He discards the armory because he just doesn't have enough in his hand to warrant it. Rolls a lot of damage, and he is going to have to... He has nothing left here, so he's basically punting. That is a lot of damage. Holy moly. That's 9, 11, 30. That's a casual 13 damage. That's called game breaking right there. That is turning the tide of this game right there. Making up for the seriously bad rolls he had the last 2 rounds. Now, what's interesting, though, is that even with all that damage right there, he's still going to have to beat down like more damage than he's got left, even after all this.
Mm-hmm.
Just about. I guess that's not entirely true, but it's close. So he's thinking about how he needs to not overkill this. He's got 6 left on Tora, so he's probably going to put those 2 dice he's hovering over, and Mando 2 melee, and the Vibro for 2 melee with a +2 on top of it. That will probably be where he wants to be to go ahead and kill Tora. Yep. And then he's going to probably throw the rest of it into one or the other, which gets interesting here because no matter where he goes with it, I think that, well, let's see, that is a 5 at 7. So if he puts it all into, either one of them, they'll have 1 health left. So he chooses that. Now the question is he going to just eject here? So now suddenly, really now Beacon is now actually really on the back end, because that, like, he's going to, he goes ahead and gets the damage off of it. So yeah, he has to overkill. But now, so this is interesting because now we've got, not a whole lot left to go. And on both sides, the board state's a little better for Mando. This is pretty interesting. So he headstrongs both the dice. Wow. All right, so he's just going for max damage. He gets it. Can't loath cat, buddy. Yep. So he's going to... Yeah, yep. That makes sense. So...
Still definitely an uphill battle.
Yep. Well, now it's 6 health to 8 health with 2 Vibro Swords and a Westar on one side of the table. And, oh my gosh, he gets no removal, but 3 Outland TIE Fighters. Holy moly. So this is interesting. He may choose, in this particular instance, to prioritize getting the Outland TIE Fighter out and piloting so that he can eject the Outland TIE Fighter into his lost pile. I think what he may end up doing here...
Will it even matter?
It may. Oh my gosh, I guess it probably doesn't.
This is game 1, right?
Yeah, that's game.
Yeah.
Probably.
But this is game 1, right, guys? I was bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah.
Platform, what's up, man? Yeah, game 1.
So instead he's prioritizing just getting the eject out as fast as he can. What is he? So you can do 3, 6, 8. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's game 1. Just on the back of some god rolls, but there you go.
Yeah, he was rolling like that against me. It was just like 19 damage in one roll. It was like, oh well.
Oh well. Well, Algeroth does like to bring the heat with tier 1 decks, of course, so he tries. And he was the other person who saw the beauty and wonder of the Jinhan support deck just before the Galactic Open, and emulated that. Although he didn't pick the latest version, so it's all right. He went 5-1 and only lost to me in a mirror. He's a good player. All right, platform, that was game 1. Yep. And so we had a really good start at first, but oh my gosh. Well, that worked. All right. So Beacon does exactly what he should do there, and you'll note that he threw back everything but the Separatist supply ship. And because that's pretty much exactly what you want to do with this, is that you want as much ramp as you possibly can, and you want to see if you can get that Outland TIE Fighter train rolling, because once you do, it's almost impossible to stop, and it's beautiful to just like, yeah, sure, I'll eject one and bring it back for free with the Separatist supply ship. No big deal. No big deal. So we have in his hand, the supply ship, crash landing, best defense, desperate measures in the ATTE, which is great. On the other side, Pavel is still getting set up, but I guess we'll...
Such an interesting age of Destiny with this, hero-villain mixing.
Yep. Well, but even so, like last set with IG-11, we didn't really see much that was efficacious with it, because you had to play bad cards in order to do it, right?
Right.
Well, maybe not bad
Yeah.
cards, but
I mean,
suboptimal.
right. Yeah, the whole engineer thing, I mean, super thematic. I
Yeah.
loved it, but it was just, you weren't really playing the strongest deck. And IG is really not that strong of a character, and you're basically only including him to get villain and hero together.
Yep.
Where Aiden is a strong character, and
Yes, Aiden is
there's
extremely
a lot
strong.
better partners.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a good die, and then the bonus for her is just stellar. And yeah, well, let's see how this goes. We've got game 2 ready to start. Let's see. On the other side, of his hand, we've got a Vibra Sword and an Armory, so he's loving that. The fact that he's got a General is making him feel good too. And alongside the Crash Landing and a Strike a Deal. So that is going to be a bit of a challenge, I would imagine, for Beacon to really work through. But let's see what he decides to do here. Of course, that is exactly what he should be doing, is striking out with the Separatist supply ship at first. He wants to get that set up as quickly as he can. The trick here is that he's going to be a little bit pressed because he doesn't really have anything that can come out first turn. He's going to have to, he's looking for a resource on, oh, nice. So he DMs the Armory right off the bat, of course, which doesn't cost him any life. And that is fantastic for him. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, he goes ahead and crash lands it. All right. Okay. Interesting. All right. So now he knows he's got basically, nothing too big in his hand. Oh, is he going to go? Yeah, he takes the 2 resources. That's good. Really good for him. Means he may go ahead and with the General before long. Okay, this is great. Now see, he's feeling really good about this now. He's gonna go, and take put that ATTE at the bottom, which is a bit unfortunate for him. He's probably thinking that he needs to save that best defense because it's just really good once Mando's chosen a target to be able to eliminate 6 damage for 3 feels pretty good. But the Outland TIE Fighter is what he really wanted to see there. So that he can actually get out a ship this first turn and garner value from the Separatist supply ship. And hopefully from the Aiden bonus as well. All right, he goes ahead and chooses the target. Looks like he's going to be going after Tora. Means he's probably fearing the spot yellow cards.
So who do you, what puts you on edge, Norman, when they pick a target? Who do you not want to see them target? When you're playing this deck?
If I want Aiden to live. I mean, I'm gonna tend to try and shield up on Aiden and make her as unappealing as possible at first. Usually with they usually start her with 1 or 2 shields if I get the shields, because I don't want to. Aiden is big value overall. Each character has its own sort of efficacy to it. So here he goes. Yeah. He's he's feeling good. He rerolls into the natty 2 damage. He's got a resource on Aiden. Although he's probably going to strike a deal with that, which I don't think he'd be too opposed to seeing strike a deal come down. But he'll take the crash landing instead. That's kind of hilarious. Okay. But yeah, Separatist supply ship here. Plays for 1. The Outland TIE Fighter has ambush, so he activates Tora. He's going to see if he can grab 3 damage out of that immediately. He doesn't he doesn't feel good about that at all, unfortunately. The one thing he did not want to see, if he had probably hit anything else with that, he might have gone ahead and resolved it, but Did not want to see the disrupt. Goes ahead with the 2 indirect. Okay, so with the claim here, now will he... Yeah, so he's not even going to worry about resolving that. Wondering if his objective was going to be to try and reroll into it. Oh, look at that. He gets a couple of unique vehicles. So even if he manages to garner some resources in the meantime, he might be able to make something elite, or maybe just try to play out both the vehicles this turn. He's going to want to he's going to end up discarding one of them to reroll. So more than likely, I would imagine that he will attempt to go with like Iden and Tora first, in order to see if he can get some value out of the Outland tie. Oh, okay. So Sniper rolls in with the base 2 side, but it's the pay.
When the Sniper rolls that, that's typically not a threat, right? Because Mando probably doesn't want to spend $1 on that right now.
Yeah, unless he's got a kill waiting for him, then yeah, he's like, once you've got 3 health left on a guy, that does become a threat. But as it is, not too big of a deal. He's fine saying, sure, I'll get rid of Iden, die with a hold fast for that. No problem.
Yeah, that's huge. What's up, Ixiom?
Gringo is asking what the score is. It is 1-0 in favor of Algeroth here on the other side. Ooh, all right. Uses the power action to play an upgrade and give it ambush. Oh my gosh. That is
what stream are you guys watching?
We are on. We're watching
Mando
Beacon
Mando
versus
does.
Algeroth right now, which is the Iden 3 wide, what I call yellow Iden and Mando.
Oh, crap.
So he does best defense that. So worthwhile for him to have saved it in the way that he did. That nullifies about 9 damage, since that he's got to make sure he gets himself a base side and somehow in order to use that die at all. Goes ahead and just goes ahead and uses the melee side. I don't think Beacon's not really worried about this here because he has a crash landing in his hand. So even if he manages to reroll into into range damage, he's not going to be able to get that +3.
See, if I'm the Mando player, I might consider switching targets right there into Wedge, knowing that my opponent is running best defense.
Yeah, it doesn't. But then he'll just best defense onto Iden.
Still,
maybe. I mean, you put him up. You put him up to 9 damage, then he best defense onto it and takes 1 damage and loses or removes 2 dice.
Yeah.
Whee. All right, so he plays the Wedge's X-Wing, which is just going to get more value out of him, which is pretty nice. I'm actually a little surprised that he didn't want to just... Well, I guess he didn't have anything to discard, but still, he could have just discarded to reroll 0. He may be assuming, like, he may just be wanting to go ahead with playing Rogue 2 that way. It's like he's gonna... So that's what he's doing. So he's gonna activate Wedge this way with Wedge's X-Wing, see if he gets a resource first of all, but then he's gonna reroll with Rogue 2, and then separate a supply ship with that final resource. Will he strike a deal? On the other side of the table, we got to negotiate. So that's, I guess, what he's waiting for. He wants to see if he's going to negotiate. Oh man. So this is probably, does he negotiate here? I mean, Algeroth has a negotiate and a strike a deal and a Vibra sword in his hand, and he hasn't overwritten yet. And I wouldn't be surprised if what he wants to do here is negotiate, then overwrite.
Negotiate. You can only do it with a character die.
Oh really?
Right?
No, it's just remove one of your character dice. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if he...
I hope he doesn't. I hope he's not planning to use that.
Yeah. Well, you are correct. So if that is what he's thinking, then... So he's passing. He's going to keep re-rolling here.
Man, Separatist Supply Ship is so good. Any
It
card
really
that lets
is.
you interact with the discard pile, it's just ditch it to re-roll, bring it back.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Beacon? He just claims it. I'm a little surprised by that. I feel like he'd be, I don't know. I guess he just wants to keep the overkill on. Feels like overriding with the Virus Sword would be pretty good there. But hey, you know, what do I know? Beacon ditched. Did he really just do what I think he did? Wow. He just ditched and eject. Wow, okay. I guess it's because he didn't have any Outland TIE fighters yet available to him. He's got one now, but yeah, Gringo, that is a May action. So yeah, he forgot the shield. But he won't again. Ew, so gross. Now
Mando
he can just
doing Mando things.
Mando doing Mando things. He's got the best defense here for him though, which he may go ahead and use. I mean,
You
I
put
think
it
if
on
I think you
Iden
go.
at this point. Oh, he's gonna do
Whoa, really? Okay, that's interesting.
that. Whoa.
That's very interesting. Okay, I guess he's fine with the prospect of taking 5 damage. Okay, sure. Now he's got the K3PO in his hand too. Now the K3PO is something we also added in late because it just makes things really silly if you don't have much to do with your Separatist supply ships on a turn. You can just keep bringing it back and doing things like drawing more cards with the Undercity.
Yeah, I will say that Mephisto played it quite effectively against me. He kept getting my Palace of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Guy.
Oh yeah.
So that it was.
Pew pew pew. Yep. Yeah, if I can turn, you know, Separatist supply ships into like 4 dice a turn with K3PO and a Coruscant City, I think that'd be pretty good. So, wham!
There's the best defense.
There's his best defense, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, Beacon needs to push out some damage here.
Yeah, he really does. He is in a bit of trouble. Gives him the shield. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Okay, so he has a not terrible roll here. He probably feels like he wants to go ahead and get Iden in the field, so he may be able to go ahead and make that 2 shields. Yeah. All right, sure. Give him the battlefield. Sure, I'll do that power action. He probably would be throwing back the K3PO here. I mean, it's really good here, but I'm not sure he really wants it that bad comparatively to just stuff that's going to get him more damage. He really wanted to see an Outland TIE fighter, I think. That's a favorable roll for Beacon. The only way that negotiate's going to do anything for Algeroth though is if he goes ahead and does it on that. Well, no, it is sniper is a character die, so he has the availability to do so. So let's see what he thinks about. I mean, at this point, he's probably thinking danger close into, like, he's just got to get stuff out on the table. He's got, how many Outland TIE fighters does he have in his lost pile here? He just has 1. So he doesn't need to use the danger close to do anything. So he may want to save that for a reroll, but he's going to go ahead and find that Outland TIE fighter.
Yeah, negotiate incoming.
Here it comes.
Thing is, though, Iden obviously is going to stay in the pool.
Yeah.
so that's a good thing
Yeah,
for Beacon.
that's fine. He's fine with that. Now, this is a great move because what he can do here is he can reroll the rogue and see if he gets the damage, which he doesn't, but he can focus into 2 focus and grab 4 damage out of that immediately. Oh, he's going for the resource. Okay. That's cool. It's fine to do that. Yep. He wants to go ahead and get the Razor Crest out, I guess, then, from his hand.
It feels kind of like a bad matchup.
Or
You
he
know,
may...
Mando into this.
So the other thing he might do here is he may just discard the ATTE and play Danger Close to get it out, because that'd be hilarious. Which he does, because he... Oh, that's fantastic. So this is great, because... Oh my gosh, it's perfect. So he does the power action.
All right, Algeroth needs to slow down. Or whoever this guy is.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. And then he rerolls it, and he gets another set of damage out of it. Oh, he doesn't, but he's going to discard the Razor Crest. He says, I want the value. Sure, I'll take that resource. All right. So Tora's going to be probably... What does he want to do here? Oh, man. That fully loaded Mando is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Here, I'll roll in 6 dice. Well, at least he doesn't have Instigate anymore.
Norm.
Yes, sir.
Mayo, how are you guys?
What's up, platform?
Man, I watched that and commentated most of that today. What a tournament so far.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yep, I was lucky to get back in time. I can actually catch this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good old Beacon taking my deck out for a walk. And man, what a freaking roll. Jeepers.
Oh, they got the ding dong.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
Yep. The old kick in the both.
So I feel like you should take away a melee, because then you force him to resolve that damage in 2 actions.
No, because he doesn't want to give him the opportunity to reroll into the +3. Or the plus on the overkill. I see why he would do that.
I don't know what he's holding for removal left either. I can't see his hand. I see what Beacon's holding. This game 2?
It is
Yeah.
game 2, yep.
I thought so.
Mando player 1, game 1. I'm sorry, I keep calling him Mando. What is this guy?
Algeroth.
Algeroth. Okay, so I did say his name right earlier.
Yeah.
But his name is written as...
Pavel Kaka, yeah.
Pavel Kaka.
Yeah, he's in Norway or something.
Okay.
Remember, you always look out for number 1, but don't step in number 2.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Ding dong back.
Headstrong's
Oh.
just never ends, never ends.
Well, good for the goose is good for the gander there.
A fair roll for him.
Phil, this is the most impressive set of cards I've seen in a long time, man. I
Yeah.
enjoyed the hell out of this today, watching this.
Yeah, we had a great turnout. 69 signed up, and we had some drops, but still. The fact that 69 individual people took the time to sign up, right? Things come up, right? Life happens. People have to drop, but
It'll
That's
tell you
great.
how good this set is.
Let's go.
Mhm.
It's very
It's that
good.
Anybody that hung out and played this game and stuck around and hung out this long is being rewarded right now with
Yeah,
this set.
because so many fun things.
yeah, that's true.
And it's going to be a challenge to work through it. I mean,
We are being rewarded for this.
this is even this deck here, was a surprise to us. And what it seemed to be able to do was pretty good. So we just kept going with it. And, he feels actually pretty good about that. That's, I mean, not the most fantastic thing in the world, but he's going to get, he doesn't even care about the DM here.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the DM.
Yeah.
couldn't have this tournament without the players, you know.
Absolutely.
Norm, I felt for you when I saw the after the table flip, before the table flip, when I saw that word state.
Was that not insane? I mean, that's just like, what can you do but flip the table on that? I mean, come on.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like that. Okay,
Mill is back.
Mill is definitely around, and Padme's a tank.
She is.
Padawan is definitely a little over curve, but we got to wait and see. We got to let this play out for a few weeks at least.
Probably.
But because I think there's answers out there that we haven't found yet. Hypo found a nice broken deck, though. I love that guy. You leave him alone in Poland for a while, he'll find you a broken deck.
What was he playing?
3 Padawans and a Rebel Sniper.
Okay.
And it's a mill deck. That was how I had 11 supports out and didn't even kill a character.
Yeah, Luminara and 2 Padawans is also very strong.
We saw Luminara and Padme, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Rando Manda was playing that one. That was good.
Yeah, that's, I'm glad, though. I'm glad people like that. There's a lot of people that like that type of game style. And brought a lot of people back today. I hate to say it.
Right.
I can't kid you. Turkey Club was back because he can mill.
You're right. I mean, it brings players back. You know, we just
players that showed up.
Yep. We have to deal with it. But as long as we have cards like Separatist Supply Ship, though, and Danger Close, we don't mind Mill too much. Because they can just bring stuff right back. Oh, he has a TIE Striker in his deck.
Yeah, I remember I was talking about that earlier.
I missed that. I must have been multitasking.
Yeah, it was a late addition to the deck because we felt like it was an interesting kind of... We knew we were going to be facing vehicles, and to be able to play it for free and then just throw it into the lost pile if we didn't, and then pull it out later with the Separatist Supply Ship seemed like, oh, that seems pretty good. And then also, if you're not against a mill deck, then hey, you can put it out there, you like ditch 4 more cards and make it more available for the Separatist Supply Ship. So it didn't seem like it was a high cost to us. I felt like it was good as a 1 of, but Beacon played it as a 2 of. So, that was when I was like, we disagreed on that, but you know what? He went 5-1 with it, so I must be wrong. So
Oh man.
don't forget.
I mean, there are answers to mill. Though.
Yes!
Dooku,
Put it on. Let's do it again.
Answers...
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Wow. Look at this.
There it is.
There's Afra Burn.
Did
anybody play Afra Burn today?
Algeroth is in disbelief, and I lost to Afra Burn in my final game. And
Jeff Olivia was playing Afra Burn.
Yep, did okay. I think he went like 2-4. But he is in disbelief, not realizing that Wedge's X-Wing, every time it rolls a blank, it puts out a damage on a thing, and he is about to get his overkill burned.
Uh-oh, Beacon disconnected.
Yeah.
Oh no, really?
His internet at his house.
Oh no.
Yeah, Wedge's X-Wing, that After Effects. After Effects are just... They're something, man. They are super strong in this game.
We got a lot of triggers now to keep an eye on, too. Yeah, he could keep placing 1 damage on an opponent's support or upgrade every time he rolled as a blank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he can put it on general, dude. He could ring that thing up.
Well, no, he doesn't. He wants to. He did it on the overkill.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
Okay.
He just smashed an overkill. That's hilarious.
I love seeing it being used.
Well, I had to say I am the king of Wedge's X-Wing blanks. I am not ashamed to say it.
I know you are. And Rex, all things pilots and a lot of the nasty shit we see in these decks right now come from Norm, just to let y'all know. So go ahead and yell at him.
Dadgummit, don't let him on.
I'll never forget the clown car deck, dude. Ever.
That was pretty great. That was admittedly a masterpiece.
It was fun.
That was.
I would.
It was a hell of a challenge to beat.
Yep.
I'd really like to see Beacon win this game too. Just to see a game 3. It's a bit of an uphill battle right now, but I guess he's got 9 health left on Iden 3, so he's got 12 health left. I mean, it's actually closer than it looks.
Yeah, especially now that Overkill's gone. Like, that's actually a pretty big deal.
what removal is Beacon? Look at that, too. What's he holding?
Beacon is holding onto a power of the tribe.
So something's coming off the board pretty quick.
Yeah, he's saving that. At this point, you save Iden, right? Till the very end of
Oh, of course.
the round, right? You have to get that value. He's got.
Well, you don't have to. It kind of acts a little bit in this case as a foil at this point.
Right.
Okay. I see why. You want to wait till the last minute. Increase that pile of vehicle dice by 1.
Yeah.
What a great card. Another great card.
Oh boy. Okay. Flanked by Wingman. Here we go. Into the ATTE, which is awesome. Let's see how he fares on this. And he does not. He has a hold fast in his hand, which is what he wants to probably use. Ugh. Rolls a blank on the ATTE. Bummer. But he does have an Outland TIE Fighter in his hand, which is great because what he's going to probably end up doing here is he is going to discard it to re-roll so then he can use the Separate Supply Ship and bring it up for free.
Bring it out for free, yep. It's huge. With ambush.
So did he pay for the TIE Striker with 4 cards?
Apparently he did.
Wow. Yeah, he's still even though. 8, 11, 4. He's only down a few.
I mean, it's like, would you exchange 5 cards for 3 resources? Sometimes you would.
And it depends if you think you don't need another round to kill Mando and this Mando guy.
Yeah.
You're giving up a round of your game to play that card.
Yeah, but how many, like, in an aggro match like this, like, you're not that worried about running out of cards. That's a pretty bad roll. He's probably feeling pretty good about Power of the Tribe here. Yeah. Yep. I think you probably take out the one of the Mando dice, and then probably the Fiber Sword. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you do need those cards for rerolls.
Yeah. So
this stage in the game.
And Algeroth here is sitting on a hold fast. He doesn't care about that card very much without any resources. Rolls into the 3 indirect isn't really going to help him much, but it might put him into range.
There you go.
Oh, there he goes. So that feels pretty good.
Indirect. Soak up. Soak it up on the shields.
Always. Yep, does the 1/1 and re-rolls it instead of removing it. Now he actually has to get value out of the sniper, else he's going to die. So he either needs to play the hold fast, but he doesn't. He goes ahead and does all the damage he wants. And now he's staring at having 2 cards in his hand.
Sniper's dead.
Yep. But he's going to general into a kill here. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. You got to do it.
Yep. And Beacon knows it, man. Beacon plays the game off. He's one of the best players around, man.
Yeah, but now, of course, he doesn't have any other removal here at this point. He could use the Undercity and actually get something out of that hold fast, but he's maybe forgetting that he can. Okay, he actually does want to re-roll here. Oh, more shields. Whoop-de-doo. There we go. He's just like, when's he going to do it? When he can... Oh, look at that. What a roll. That's
Very
7
nice.
damage. That is beautiful.
Yeah,
And
shield
so...
will go on.
And he can't do anything about it. He's going to...
Well, I mean, he could take another shield, or I don't know.
Well, what he wants to do here is he's gonna he's gonna wait and just take the shields off, get more shields out of it. So that's yes, it's 5.
He could eat the other 2 with the shields. Yep.
Yep. Get out.
Game's gonna come down
Claim it.
to rolls and removal.
Did he get to resolve?
Always does.
That Iden's that bull in the die
Nope.
in the field for more?
Yep.
Okay.
All right,
There
there
you
he
go.
goes. There he goes. He wants to. Yeah, he's thinking that he probably wants to go ahead and reroll that. Oh, bummer for him. But he does bring him down to 4 health, and this is a close game. If he gets a really good roll on this on the next in the next turn, this could be real problematic. But it's 4 health to 10 or 9.
Mando can get 9.
Mando can easily get 9. So
Yep.
yeah, let's see what happens here.
That's a blink in the. That's a drop in the bucket for Mando.
Yep.
I mean,
He finds an eject.
2 twos and a.
Yep.
And
Strong.
feel that vibro sword, and it's a. She's a
Ooh,
pig.
that's
Gets a pretty poor roll overall. Yep, he's gonna pilot the Outland TIE Fighter here because he's setting up for the eject.
Ooh, and the focus looks good.
Now this is actually really good for him because he is happy to take out 2 of his resources here.
Let's see what he does.
Now if Algeroth is thinking straight, he probably says, you know what, I can go and use this focus, or I might even be able to just power action focus if I really want to, but he's got it on the general, so he focuses up.
I'm surprised that Beacon didn't
Headstrong,
use
yeah.
the headstrong.
Yeah.
Because it's effectively, I mean, now it's just a reroll card.
Shock he didn't use headstrong.
This is gonna hurt. I mean, what do you?
Beacon has what? Support of the tribe or whatever, power of the tribe?
He's got a danger close. He got another outland. He's got a headstrong, eject, and another 2 outland ties.
Yeah,
So,
I think what he's thinking is that he wants to make sure, like he feels that he still has capacity to hit him hard. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's 2, and that the eject is going to be good enough for him.
Yeah, keeping that card for a reroll. I mean, it makes sense. It's just it's a bit of a gamble.
Yeah, but now he ejects.
Yep.
But this is hilarious because keep in mind, watch this. This is fun. So he will. Oh, he goes ahead and he goes ahead and takes the damage out of him. All right, that's cool. Yeah. Oh no, he says no.
You see now. Oh, he sees what you see, whatever that is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so he's gonna. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, now he's got a lethal and.
Yeah. So now he's got to negotiate here. Oh, he has no. He has actually. He can't do anything. He's gonna have to overwrite with either the Han Blaster or the Amban, and yeah. So he's gonna have to get rid of something in order to do this. Yeah. Okay.
So just recapping for anyone who's watching, this is currently game 2, and we might be going to game 3. We'll see what happens. If Beacon can win this, then there will be a game 3. So good radio hosts do, right? When someone, you never know when someone new is tuning in.
You never know.
Totally.
Now the thing that he kind of forgot he could do here is that he can separate a supply ship to get that Outland TIE Fighter, and the Outland TIE Fighter actually has ambush, so he could have just like saved. I mean, he can do that at any time, basically. Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Gotta reroll.
Yeah, this could be it. Oh.
Nope. Man.
But
so this focus is currently looking pretty good here. This 2 focus.
yeah, I think actually maybe not. I don't know.
It's 2 focus because
Because of Iden.
No, it's not. He's not piloting, but he goes ahead and does that.
Okay.
that could be it.
Nope. Well, he's got to strike a deal here, and so that's gonna be good for him. But so he's gonna remove the ATTE here, and he gets a resource for it, which is fine in some respects because he's just gonna smash out more Outland TIE Fighters here. I think he's oh get that damage.
The
That's
problem is though, Kaka or Algeroth could roll into lethal.
Good.
But he doesn't, and he is done. There's no way he's gonna get out of this now unless he rolls like me, Nope, that's it. All right, so we are on to game 3. Yep. Yep, there you go. Admit it. You lost to an Iden deck. So.
Norm, when you started to make this deck, what did you start with? Iden, look around and then start looking at Iden for pilots and stuff and leaders that you needed?
Yeah, I kind of knew that I wanted to play him with Wedge, and then I was looking around and was trying to find out, like, I really wanted to play with the Rebel Smuggler, but then I realized, oh wait, it has to be unique pilots for ace pilots to get a bonus. And then I realized that Tora was a reasonable partner, plus had the little cute action cheaty thing, which can be really hilarious. Now, one thing that Beacon, I guess you could say he was right on, in particular, because we had some, we made some changes over time, but in the early version of the deck, and I say it's not like this went over. It was over the course of hours. We were making these changes. So one thing we added in was we realized that, hey, all of these guys are not elite. We can play Ewok Ambush with this. And it's hilarious, especially when you combine that with the Millennium Falcon. So if you manage to, oh my gosh, this is a hand. 3 Outland TIE Fighters and a Danger Close. Holy cow! So this is where you play 1 naturally. You don't even discard it first. You just play 1 naturally. And then you roll it out, get the value, play Danger Close. On the other side of the table, we've got Hasty Exit, General, Holdfast, Armory, and a Westar, which is actually a very good start for him, too. He's going to take his battlefield because he definitely wants to go with that Hasty Exit. Yep, starts off with the Armory. He's going to very much want to do that.
This deck is so interesting because, we've seen a lot of characters with After Effects, and sometimes in a 2-wide, right? You've got one person elite, one person not elite, but they don't have, they've got an After Effect to roll some set-aside dice. But this is 3 single-die characters, but they all have some ability, right?
Yep.
And so it's got so much health, too. I mean, Beacon used every last ounce of his health in that last match.
Yep. It says, I will outlast you.
Yeah, I think my IG-88 deck, though, can do a little number on this one.
Yeah, I mean, what with the power action?
Health. It's unbelievable.
Today, if I'd have played, I would have ran IG-88 and R Singh.
Yeah. Yeah, we felt that maybe, strangely enough, that its biggest weakness, and of course that I say that, in retrospect, it's like, well, it's high variance, so there's stuff happens, but like, we felt like Deathfield was like its worst nightmare. So he does it this way. Oh yeah, he did it right. What am I talking about? He did it right. Oh, does he take the 2 shields? I guess, yeah. Well, sure, why not?
Yeah, I mean,
no. See, actually, I guess it's fine because he's gonna discard 1 more Outland TIE Fighter probably anyway, or that ATT. No, he's gonna discard the ATT. What he's gonna do is he's gonna take the resource. Okay, so he wants to do the 3 indirect now. That's cool.
What's this?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, we're on game 3, the Rebel Trader.
Yep.
Where are we?
Yep. So okay. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, you want to take that resource, dude. What are you thinking?
Well, Mando's showing a disrupt. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe so.
2 double drop. Bubble, yeah.
I mean, you're tempting him to resolve it, right? To over disrupt, but.
I mean, wouldn't it be worth it to take his die off the board?
He might be okay with that. Like, it's definitely devaluing the die.
Not doing the power action. Yeah, now he's going to do it. Okay.
Going for Tora again.
That's an interesting choice.
Who do you think you should go for, Matt?
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I've played against this deck a couple of times, and I feel like you have to go for Iden. It can feel like a slog because she has 12 health, and she's probably going to be shielded up, but it's just she just offers so much value with her ability.
End game, she's pretty dangerous. So doesn't that make sense to kill her first?
Yeah.
She's a beast.
But Tora's dangerous too, because she can kind of do the same thing Iden can do, but a different way, you know?
Yeah.
Who's to die to get you?
People who maybe have just had bad experiences against action cheats, right? Or that leaves a bad taste in their mouth. Maybe they want to get Tora off the board.
Yep. Get that. They don't want the snipe kill late game. Plus, she can ramp.
Beacon draws into a couple of vehicles, his 2 cost removals, and a flank by Wingman, which he feels fine about.
Absolutely.
Other side of the table's got Amban Blaster General. He's got a imposing presence to grab him a resource if he wants it, but he's feeling pretty flush. But he does it. He wants that resource. He is gonna load up.
Oh yeah. Isn't that the idea?
Yeah,
Load man.
it is time.
And smoke somebody.
Oh look, he gets an extra shield for the turn out of Iden. What do you know?
3 indirect is looking pretty good. And there's no shields on Mando's side. Oh, not anymore.
It feels really hilarious and great when you're like rolling into blanks and then people remove them with your pilots, because it's like, yeah, sure, I'll take a shield. Oh, you're gonna remove my blank? Oh, okay. When it's not like now that Sith Teachings is rotated, it's like, I fear the die so much I will remove it, even if it's a blank. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, she's like Jarkai for vehicles.
Jarkai for vehicles. Yeah, I guess so.
It's interesting because it almost has like an exponential effect. The longer you can keep your 3 characters alive, then they can each individually pilot a vehicle.
More
then
stuff.
You can, yeah. Then that's 3 dice potentially being boosted.
Yep. That's a lot of damage, but he's got a headstrong. Wait, what? Oh, what? What just happened there? Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's not lethal. That's why he was okay with it, I guess.
Wow.
I mean, he's going to feel... What is he doing? I don't understand this play.
Oh, man.
That's dead Tora. Why is he doing that?
How does he pass up both Headstrong and Power of the Tribe? I mean...
Well, I mean, he may just feel like he has to press his board state.
Yeah, I mean, maybe... Yeah, I mean, he's got 10 damage onto the Mando team.
What is happening? 5, 6, 7. I thought it was a dead Tora. Was I wrong? Oh, okay. He's saying... Apparently I was miss... He's saying no kill? What's going on? Oh, okay. Oh, he was having issues with it. Okay. Wait, what is happening? Okay.
Yeah,
I think Beacon probably did not realize that he was lethal on the board.
I mean, it may end up working out in his favor because he did get the X-wing down. And
Yeah.
he's now got this removal for later. I don't know.
I am not sure what he felt he was doing there. It seems like that. I mean, it's to be fair, he is not, because he hasn't picked up a rebel supply or a rebel supply ship, a separatist supply ship. It's a little awkward for him on the ramp side, and so he hasn't been picking up resources. One weak spot of this deck is that that a lot of the vehicles do not have resource sides on them, and that is a bit of a problem.
I noticed that Algeroth doesn't take the use the after ability and get money off the dice usually.
I haven't seen him do that at all. Has he?
Yeah.
No. Not at all.
Yeah, for what it's worth, though, like right now we're looking at like 6 dice to 5 dice, but the health pool is really in favor of Beacon anyway right now, which is the one reason why he may have been kind of like not worried about just taking the damage and just miscounted.
That's what I was thinking, because like, I mean, that's what I'm not. That's what good players do, right? I mean, you take those risks. You just eat the damage if you feel like what you have left can push the game through.
Yeah.
And if you know what you have coming in your deck.
Yeah.
No.
It's looking really good for Beacon right now.
And he hasn't done anything special. He's just doing his thing.
Right.
Yep.
Has he used ace pilots yet?
Nope.
He hasn't.
And frankly, we usually don't in this deck.
I don't think you really need to, especially if you find them Outland TIE fighters.
Yeah, you'd rather be just pushing the Outland TIE fighters, almost assuredly. So he's
gives you 4 targets for eject.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Wham. Put that. Let's take out that West Star. I want to see it happen. Let's go.
You got it? Oh, you got it. West Star is still great. It'll always be great.
Yeah, and we got a couple of other new things in this set that are pretty interesting, namely like the bow rifle.
Love the bow rifle.
Bow rifle is sick.
It's incredible. Bane's little pistol's pretty cool too. For $1. Is that what I'm saying? I buy that for $1.
Yep.
Old Super Smash TV days.
Get rid of that overkill. There he is. Yep. All right. So he's got a couple of Lothcat and Mouse in his hands, which is interesting. Oh,
my.
What a roll.
Ooh.
But Power of the Tribe's going to take out a bunch here.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yep.
Still 4 discard show, and you can do something with that. He could use that any way he wants. I mean, you can do a couple things. He's got the perfect loadout almost.
I'm wondering, now Beacon's strategy here is, well, he doesn't know what's in his hand, but I think he wants to get Iden out before he does anything with the stuff, which he doesn't. I mean, he's probably anticipating removal somehow. If he's seen, he knows that Strike a Deal is there. He knows that Lothcat is there. He's going to dirtle. So he just doesn't feel like he has, yeah. So he doesn't feel like he's got just a whole lot he can really do to stop the train right now. But he's not too worried about it. He wants to get the Razor Crest out here. Oh,
wow.
Hello. Yeah, he's like, doggone it. So I mean, he's still in a reasonably good position overall. Like, he's got another 4 or 5 dice that he can play with. And the more he gets rid of these dice, the less, Lothcat matters to him, of course. Oh, all right. Now he's got to do it. Now he's got to, like, Lothcat this.
Does he take the 2 or does he take the Iden die?
I mean, either way, it's fine. I would probably do Lothcat the 2 because it's I mean, I hope it wouldn't be surprising if he takes the Iden, but yeah, he takes the 2. I could. Goodness gracious.
Still have a lot of dice.
And here it comes. Not bad. That's 5 damage. That gets him halfway there. He strikes the deal. He's going to take out a 2. But he gets a resource out of that. He says, okay, fine. Whatever.
That card is super good late game.
He's thinking about what he might. So what he needs to do here is he needs to go ahead and take that shield on the X-wing, and just shield up on Wedge.
Absolutely.
Man, Strike a Deal is so good for Mando when you think about it, because that, like, I mean, he just disrupted him essentially with the Jabba's Palace, the claim right there,
Yep.
and it made it nothing. That's like 0 cost removal for him. Wow, I didn't think about that, but like that little combo at the end there, that is nice.
In a game where we're looking for free removal, hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
I love the new Bounty Hunter removal card. It says $1, but it's free, basically.
Wow.
Rolls into an insane amount of damage. He's got a Headstrong here. Actually, maybe his best bet is Best Defensing.
He doesn't have
Headstrong's dead, but
Oh yeah. But if he Best Defense here, he could have just yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Does he get the shield? Yeah.
he gets the blank. So it's going to take Mando a couple actions to resolve all of this. He's got 2 best defenses.
Goodbye. Shield is useless.
So this is funny because he could actually smash that West Star right now. And he does it.
Yep.
He did it.
Make him pay.
And then Mando's going to resolve
The 3.
4 guns.
Yeah,
Then he
4
best
guns.
Defenses the rest.
Yeah, and he Best Defenses the rest.
other.
Why not?
Gross.
It's fantastic. And he won't have he will have no removal in his hand at that point.
I mean, Kako has no idea, or Algeroth
Of course
has
not.
no idea.
Yeah.
Here comes TBD.
TBD.
I like the promo version of that card.
Yep. So this is really good for him. He'll put out the Separatist supply ship and have 3 rerolls. I mean, you can't ask for much better than that for what he's got. And he's got virtually nothing that he can do. Other than he'll be able to overwrite the Ambin. He'll be able to play the Ambin out, I guess. That's what he can do.
Yeah.
But he can just dirtle here.
Oh, wow. Exhaust the support to play a red support with a matching die from your discard pile. So Outland TIE Fighter's free then?
Yep.
And that's an action, so you can keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's a target for DM if I've ever seen one.
Mm-hmm.
I like that card, though.
So this comes out for free. Oh, hello. So he's going to go ahead and do on this side. I guess that makes sense. He wants to eject. cute. Okay. So now he's going to Amban here, which he's not going to, that's all he can do at this point.
Wow.
I don't know what he's thinking about. That's a no-brainer. Really? I thought he was going to pass. There it is.
Yeah, he says, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna roll in. So can he get 6 damage out of this? He absolutely can. He wants it. He sees it. Oh, no. All right. Now he has to think hard. What am I going to do? Am I going to re-roll everything again? And, oh, my gosh. See, this is... so gross. Does the 2.
You keep the eject, or do you ditch it?
He's thinking about it. Let's see. If I think... Okay. So he's going to re-roll.
Going for it. I mean, if you could have a chance to win the... Oh, he's going to play it. Okay.
Yep. No, I can see why you would want to do that way. Just because you're going to get it back. You're going to find ways. Yeah. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is actually really good for him. Yeah. Like with another eject this way. So what he'll do, he can separate his ship out and the Allen TIE Fighter, activate Iden, basically force him he can do a lot, but he can't. Yeah, I don't know. What is he gonna? Okay, he's got a Vibra Sword here to play. That's not great for him, I suppose. Yeah, but he's got the double crash landing, which he can use on like non-ideal dies as well. Like that's really good against the Vibra Sword. Vibra Sword blank. Yep, this is what you do.
Coming out.
Oh man. Yeah.
I mean, did Focus Fire rotate?
I don't remember.
Do you think about Focus Fire in the spot at all? Let me check.
I don't know. Focus Fire was in Spark of Hope.
It's from Spark of Hope, yeah, so it's still legal. Oh, that feels really good right there.
Yep. Yep. It's good card for him there.
I guess if you haven't seen it in games 1 or 2, you're not thinking about Focus Fire.
Yep.
Is that card still in the deck? Focus Fire?
It's still legal. It's from Spark of Hope, but no, I don't believe Algeroth is running it. I was just saying, like, if you're Beacon, are you thinking at all about that when those 2/3s are sitting out there?
I think Beacon's got this.
Beacon might have this, yes.
It is entirely possible at this point. Now he's got four dice to remove from his hand though. Wow, that's a lot of. So he did the. What did he do? Did he just general?
Shield.
Wait, what just happened?
Okay, so look, he just took it now. He's 9 and 3's 12. He's got 11 showing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Uh-oh.
Does he have strike a deal? Is there any removal in hand, Paka or Algeroth?
Yeah, he's got all sorts of removal, but he's got 11 in showing. Yeah, so he's got all sorts of removal, but some of it's contingent upon things. So he's got
he's got 2 negotiates and a crash landing.
Yeah.
I mean, those negotiates are dead if he resolves his Mando character right here.
Crash landing's dead.
Yeah, so I think that's why I'm saying like Beacon may just have this on the table here.
Well, I would have to say he's going to have to save something for the negotiate. I hate to tell him that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's a dead duck. And he knows it.
Mm-hmm.
By that slow resolve. Yeah.
That should be a...
If Beacon doesn't know what he's holding, I'm sorry.
That should be a signal to Beacon. Yeah, it should be pretty clear.
No, what that should tell him is that he needs to crash land it, which is what he's going to do.
What a
That
combo.
would be.
If he
That's a great
sees it,
call.
if he sees it.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point. Like that's where
Wow,
sometimes
what a
just slowing
call.
down to just think.
He
Oh,
does.
there it is.
He sees
Wow.
it.
You saw it, Norm. Yeah,
He
you
went the
called
wrong.
it.
He went the wrong way. He should be at 9 instead of 7, right?
He sniffed out the negotiation.
No, he ejected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he sniffed out the negotiate. Well done, Beacon.
Yeah.
It was either negotiate or Wolfcat.
Well, he's seen the both. Both of those are gone.
All right, so he knows.
Yeah, he is sunk. So all he's got to do here is just like roll into a little bit more damage and just re-roll after that. I mean, he's also got another Outland TIE Fighter from his Lost Pal able to come out. He's got this. Almost assuredly, unless he just rolls really bad.
Or isn't it? Yeah, you gotta play it from your discard. That's too cool. Right. And that's it.
There it is.
Can't do it. Can't do it. GG.
Wow.
Well played. That was. I mean, that's like.
Wow, indeed.
Attaboy, Beacon.
He's my boy Beacon.